how are you today? I hope you are doing great. Welcome to another day of learning opportunity. I am your teacher, Ma'am Sheila B. Belda. Today, I will be discussing with you another topic in English 5, and this is all about distinguishing text types according to purpose and features, classification, and explanation. After going through this lesson, you are expected to distinguish text types according to purpose and features, classification, and explanation. To begin another quarter in English 5, today, you will know how to distinguish different types of informational or factual text using text structures and language features. As you go on developing your skills in distinguishing the types of informational text, you will also improve your skills in inferring the meaning of borrowed words and content specific terms from other learning areas using context clues and reading grade level text in accuracy, appropriate rate, and proper expression. Texts are written for a variety of purposes using different forms and standards of composition. These forms of writing are known as text types. The phrase text type is a way of classifying and defining different types of language interaction, both spoken and written. It refers to the purpose of a text and the way it is written. Here are some examples of different text types: classification, explanation, enumeration, and time order. In this part of our lesson, this is going to primarily focus with the two first types of text, which are the classification and explanation text types. The classification text types classifies, describes, and gives information about people, animals, and things or phenomena. Example: weather is the continuous changing conditions of air around us. These changes can take many forms including wind, rain, and snow. They influence how people live every day. When it rains or snows, many persons are often forced to stay indoors. Weather also affects one's choice of clothes. One wears light clothes when the weather is hot and thick, close-fitted or fitting clothes when it's cold. Explanation: a factual text type that explains how or why something happened. It begins with the topic, describes item related to the topics in the right order, and explains how these items are related to each other. It may have a conclusion. This type is written in the present tense. Example of an explanation text type: the building of gases in the Earth's atmosphere causes the greenhouse effect. With so many gases in the atmosphere, Earth becomes like a greenhouse because the heat from the surface cannot easily escape into the outer space. Because of the gases that block the heat from escaping to the outer space, there is global warming. Thus, the temperature of the Earth rises. Now, what are the first two types of text according to purpose? And what is the difference between classification text and explanation text? Now, let's move on to the tasks to be done. Learning Task 1. Directions: look at the picture or look at the picture below and answer the questions in your notebook. First question: what do you think is the message of the picture? Number 2, how did you adjust in the considered new normal of schooling? And number 3, based on your answer from the previous question, what is your purpose in writing it? Is it to classify, to explain, or to enumerate? Why? Now let's move on to learning task number 2. Directions: read the text below and answer the questions that follow. Write your answer in your notebook. Now let's move on to letter B, directions. To understand the text even more, go back to the selection above and fill out the chart below. List down the characteristics of each organism in your notebook. So we have the for producer and consumer. Learning task 3. Directions: read the next below or the text below and answer the following questions in your notebook. Let's move on now to learning task number 4. Directions: identify the dialogue of each character below, whether it is a classification text or explanation text type. Write your answers in your notebook. Let's move on now to learning task number 5. Directions: sort the following titles of the text below according to its type. Write the title under the correct heading in the table. Do this in your notebook. Okay, let's proceed. How did you classify the titles of the context according to its text type? And what are the clues in identifying a classification text type or explanation text type? Okay, for your assessment or short quiz, read the following paragraphs, distinguish and write the type of each text. Is it a classification text type or an explanation text type? Okay? In your notebook, write your personal insights about the lesson using the prompts below. First, I understand that, and I realize that, and I need to learn more about. Okay, the I there is referring to you, your understanding, and what did you realize, and what do you need to learn more about. Okay, class? That's all for now. See you next time.